I woke up this morning with one mission: to win today's stage. It was like they were having a break on the downhill. Dude, I was pushing. What's up guys, what's up cycling fanatics? Welcome to the final episode of this Haute Route Alps documentary. In the last 7 days, we've been racing over 730 kilometers and 18,000 meters of elevation to get from Megève to here, the Côte d'Azur. I'm now in Nice, which is the finishing town of the last stage. All right, taking a shuttle to the start of the last day. It's not the first time in Haute Route. But this year it's because of road construction, so we couldn't ride all the way from Cuneo, so we're riding the bus. Good morning everyone. Last stage was supposed to be from Cuneo to Nice, but there was a road closure on the big climb we had to do to go over the mountain. So they changed it up and they had shuttle buses and they transported us and the bikes towards the new start line. And with the final descent neutral, there was actually only 35 kilometers of timed racing today. We would go over Col de Bouilly and Col de Braus. Very similar names, both are about 1,000 meters of elevation at the top. On contrary to all the other climbs of the whole week, these were way flatter, not as steep and not as high of an elevation as what we've seen earlier this week. One thing I liked about stage 7 the most was that the descent in between these two climbs was timed, so it would actually be a race to the second top. The last bit, the last 1.5 kilometers up Chateau de Nice, was the last and final timed climb of the day. It was going to be a power climb, full gas, everything we had left after 7 days of riding. Dude, I was looking forward to today. It was quite a long drive, 9:45, and they delayed the start to 11:30. It took us 3 hours to get from Cuneo to the start line. Arriving at the start, I had to find my bike somewhere. There were 500 people, so 500 bikes to choose from. I just needed to find this one. The start location, off the charts, man. Super nice, next to the water, awesome views. We started to get ready. I actually slept relatively good, taking into account that there was a party with fireworks and very loud music to 11 o'clock. At least we had air conditioning in the hotel and we slept at low elevation, which makes a ton of a difference. In the warm-up, my legs felt flat, numb, just completely destroyed. We've been racing full gas for 7 days in a row, and now it was time to load up for the last time. Start is in 15 minutes. We're doing a little warm-up, but it's already over 30 degrees. So warming up, but trying to stay cool. Yesterday, I heard a couple guys like, yeah, maybe I go for the stage win. That actually kind of triggered something in me. I was like, stage win? Dude, I've been battling the GC the whole week, but winning a stage in Haute Route, I was never gonna achieve that, right? But this stage was actually very suitable for my style of riding. High power, flatter climbs. So I woke up this morning with one mission. Full gas. So I was at the front because I knew I wanted to be there straight from the gut. guy I've been battling in the GC all week, Rod, he had a really bad day, man. It's been a great battle with him. I was 38 seconds ahead of him on 6th place in the GC. As soon as the pace went up, he popped out of the back straight away. So I knew I was not gonna be worrying about that anymore. I locked in my spot in the GC today. So second mission, the actual mission of today was just to go and try to get that stage win. As long as I would get up there on the first climb with the first couple guys, I was just tunnel vision like that. Boom, locking in. And actually Mattia, man, dude, this guy has helped me throughout the week on little bits and pieces when I needed it. My Italian friend in the whole week, he was there with us. I think he felt really good today and he started pulling me back to those guys, and that's when I really locked in and I stayed with them. Michele was there, the leader in the GC. This guy he's super lightweight, makes him climb up super fast. If I stay in his wheel, I'm doing 5 watts per kilo minimum, and I can do that for a little bit when I'm fresh. But on day 7, he knew that the descent, he's not super fast and I am. He tried to get away from me on that climb, so he would have a little bit of margin on me on that descent. I even had to drop out the wheel of the 2 other guys as we approached to the top. But at the top, I just kept going. I saw them actually slow down. It was like they were having a break on the downhill. Dude, I was pushing. It was a big headwind. Downhills, fantastic. This was the only downhill that was timed, so I was going full gas. Descending, and then I started seeing Michele. I saw his orange leader's jersey and I was approaching him fast, and when I was getting close to him, I just gave a little extra push to just overtake him really fast, because we were approaching the bottom of the descent and the next climb was gonna be right away, the climb up called the Braus. On my training rides here in Nice, when I had layovers here for work, I met a guy called Davey. I asked him, dude, are you around? Maybe you can come over to watch. And he was right there at the bottom to cheer me on. Come on, buddy. Hey! That was fantastic. So it didn't take long until Michele was back on my wheel, because, you know, he just floats up the hill. It's crazy. He's so strong on the climb. I would never be able to win from him when it's just climbing. There was a little bit of wind, so I actually took pulls. We rotated a little bit, and halfway up the climb, man, I was pushing so hard, and I just said to Michele, dude, I need this win, man. I want to win the stage. Michele is a really nice guy, eh? So he said with his Italian accent, okay, Jasper, if you can stay in my wheel, you can win the stage. Yeah? Okay. Okay. It's like, fuck hell. At that moment, I was able to manage. I'm like, okay, lock and load, man. I'm going for these wins. All I could do was just stay in his wheel and push as hard as I could. 2 kilometers to the top, Michele started increasing. I had to push 400 watts, 5 watts per kilo to stay in his wheel. That was just too much. I couldn't do it. I already did 30 something minutes at 375 watts on the first climb. And then the second climb, I was pushing about 370 average. And then he starts increasing. I had to drop out. That's when I saw my vision on the podium winning stage in Haute Route just kind of float away. Tried to push as hard as I could, and he got 1 minute on me on this 25-30 minute climb. So that was it. Stage 7. But we're not done yet.
No recovery, and that's it.
After the top, we had a chat, filled up my bottles again, had some food, and then we started this 30-kilometer descent into Nice.
Everything to stay in this guy's wheel.
But you could hang up because it wasn't steep.
Yeah, I know, but for me, everything's steep here. It's over, guys. Now recovery, then this last climb. It's
Stage 7 is almost done. I got another few minutes on everyone except Michele. We have a neutral descent down into Nice. And then there's another, the last 1500 meter mini climb, which is timed. It's like a sprint segment on Chateau de Nice. Maybe Michele would get a flat tire. Maybe he would drop his chain. Anything can happen in this race. I was still focusing on the win. I was chatting to Jason, I had David still with me, even Benjamin, who is ahead of me in the GC. He said, hey man, I can pull you. So we actually sort of made a little sprint train to attack this last climb segment. So as we go, Jason starts to pull really hard. Meters, and he pulls off. And at that moment, David, he accelerates so hard I couldn't even stay in the wheel. Benjamin tries to overtake him, he sort of hangs out next to him, and I sprint back to David's wheel. And this climb, it wasn't just a straight hill, there was a lot of corners, so it was actually more about cornering skills than it was about pure power. In David's wheel, I'm already dying, and at the last part I took it over and I sprinted as fast as I could to the finish.
Jasper, Holland, best YouTube cyclist or best cyclist YouTuber. I'm not sure which way it is.
wow, it was the hardest 1.5K of this fucking week.
Well done, bro. How many watts, huh?
Not a lot.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Ruben Kranken-Donken.
Got it.
All the way from Holland.
Another Haute Route.
And from Polska. Welcome, Chris.
My homeboy.
Mate, you're on fire today. Great ride. And Kelly said you were very close on that second climb. You nearly had him worried, eh?
Mattia, how are you? You were dead then.
Yeah, I hope I finish in third position on stage.
It's getting very, very busy, very fast right now. Lots of riders are coming in. It was a short stage, so not a lot of time between the first few riders and the last few riders. Got this medal again. Now we're just waiting on what the GC is doing today, because I actually went, I think I almost got the stage win, and depending on this last climb, how fast we went, still a small chance.
Now it's time for the prize giving ceremony, so we're gonna see what happened to the GC and to today's stage.
When you call them for prize, I want you to run to the stage. 2023 up 2023! A massive round of applause, please, for Mr. Jason Holder from Guinea. Thomas Bono! Allez, Thomas! From Italy, from Milano, Signor Michele Negri! C'est Jason Holder d'Angleterre, Thomas Bono de France, et bien sûr Michele Negri de Italie. But the outright winner by 10 seconds from Holland. Can we welcome please Mr. YouTube himself, Jasper Verkuijl. Yes! Bravo Jasper. Jasper did the climb in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. So Jasper's already on.
Good prize, man! Awesome start, KOM! Woohoo! Earlier this year, I set my goal to be top 5 in Haute Route. 8 weeks ago, that plan seemed to go up in smoke. But during this week, I really grew into it and I was able to keep up my performance 7 days in a row. Dude, I raced my heart out today for the stage win. Didn't get it, but I did get the KOM. Before I go into the end result, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this documentary. If you like this content, if you think it's worth anything, leave a comment, drop me a like and share it with other cycling friends. You need to share this stuff with people so they get inspired. I ended up 2nd spot on today's stage and I moved up another spot in the GC because Drake got sick 2 days ago and he finished the stages, but he dropped out of the GC completely. So crazy enough, Haute Route Alps 2023, I got a top 5. Top 5! It was so hard, it was so tough, it was so awesome. Guys, thanks for watching. Gonna see you next time. See ya!